Welcome back, guitar dudes and dudettes. Today we have guitar study of Plini part 6, starting finally on the solo, the first section of the solo, because there's multiple solos in this song. One thing I've been forgetting to say in my previous videos is that the timestamps are in the description. So if you want to jump to the tabs, if you already viewed this video and you want to just jump to the tabs, what was the tabs again? What was I supposed to play? Check the description. It's all dated there, so they can just click through the time and get directly to that point in the video. So don't forget to check that out. Let's jump right into this. Let's start off with exercise 1. Okay, so that's exercise 1. We're starting off on the D string 2 and with our pinky on the B string 5. From there we're going to slide from 2 to 3 and with our pinky from 5 to 6, and then we're sliding back, so it's this. From there we're moving on higher up on the fretboard on the A string. We're doing a legato run here again. Plini loves them legatos. We're starting off on the 7 on the A string. And we're going to slide from the 7 to 8. And then hammer on 10 and 12 on the same string. So you have this. From there we're moving on to the D string. We're playing 9, 10 and 12, also all hammer-ons. So far. Then we move on to the G string, and it's the same pattern, 9, 10, 12, but this time we're going back and forth. So we're doing 9, 10, 12, and then pull off, 10, pull off, 9. So that's what we have so far. Then we go back to the D string. We're playing again still the same pattern, but starting from 12, pull off to 10, 9, and then hammer on 10, 12. So that's a legato. From there, we're doing a little bend on the 9 on the same string D, and then going on 10 on the A string. And when you're doing this bend again, try to vocalize it. It'll help to again know for how long or how short or how fast you want to really bend it, match the sound with what's in your head. From there we're moving on to some nice smooth lines. So we did the bend, went on the 10 on the A string, slide away, and then we're going to slide in on starting on the 7 on the D string. And then we're going to move to the G, 7, and then 10 on the B with your pinky. And this is all kind of you're letting it ring. It's a pretty smooth little lead. So after the 10, we go back once to the 7 on the G. So, and then we play a little chord, which is 7 D string, 7 G, and then 8 on the B. From here, we tap the 12th fret on the B string. What I'm doing there, I'm basically sliding away with the chord this way, and then sliding upwards this way with my middle finger with the tap, and that gives it a nice unique little just a very unique sound. Now we're going to start off with exercise 2. We're starting off on the high E and B string. We're playing 6 on the B, and 8 on the E, and we're letting them ring together. And normally what I do, I rake the strings, which raking is when you're muting everything, and then only the strings you want to be heard are playing, but you do go through the strings. That's a rake. So you do that, 6/8, a little bit of vibrato, and then you slide from 5 to 7 on the G, play 6 on the B, play 8 on the high E, and then you have this, and you let it ring. Then you go once more up on the B for 6, and then you shift your ring finger from 8 to 7, and then you have this 7, 6, 7, play that. And from there you try to slide these two notes. So the 7 and 6, you're sliding from 7 to 10 and 6 to 8. So 8 on the B string and 10 on the high E. Then we have another legato run, which is still in the same, basically the same scale section on the fretboard, but we're going a little higher. And that starts off on the D string, 7, and then we're sliding from 7 to 9, and then hammer on 10, 12. So then we have the same pattern on the G string, and then when we move to the B string, the pattern shifts a little bit. Once we move to the B string, we have 10, 12, 13, all hammer on, and then on the high E the same pattern as on the B string, 10, 12, 13, but this time we're going back. So 10, 12, 13, pull off 12, pull off 10, 13 on the B, pull off 12, pull off 10, and then once 12 on the G. Very staccato. So the last bit of exercise 2 is barring 17, and that's so barring the G, B, and E, all 17. And normally you'd have a whammy to give it that vibrato, because vibrating this just with your doesn't always work very well. I'm gonna shake the guitar a bit. So if you have a whammy, do that, play it, get that little whammy action going, then you get that nice vibrato. And that's exercise 2. It's basically the same concept, mostly paying attention to the legato work and making sure you're going to the fast enough speed to match the tempo of the song itself. Then we have exercise 3, which occurs right after this. Right there we have a lot of staccato notes, so not a lot of ringing going on. We start off with a rake going on to 17 on the high E, and from there we're playing these notes. It's 17, 15, 13, 12, 10, and then on the B, 13, 12. Those are the only notes you have to keep in mind, basically. Okay, so you start off with the rake, 17, go to 15, 13, and then 12. Then you start on 15, then you go to the B string, and then you go back to 13 on the high E, and there you have again another little legato, which is 13, pull off, 12, pull off, 10, hammer on, 12. Okay, so take a look at the tabs. It's all very staccato, so so now we're moving on to the last bit, exercise 4. Right, so that's all legato with little bends at the end. Again, we're still at that same scale section, right? We're doing a lot of work here as far as legato goes for the first part of this solo. Starting off in high E10, and then we're bouncing to B, and we begin the legatos, which go as follows: 13, 12, 13, 12, 10. Then we go to the G, 12, 10, 9, 10, 12, 10, 9. And then we go to the D, 12, 10, 9. Then we go to the A, 12, 10, 8, bounce back, 10, 12, keep on going back, D string, 9, 10, 12, G string, 9, 10, 12, and then bend it, and go to 14. So bend 12, and you can go to 14. And that's basically it. Pretty cool part, pretty intense, I guess. Fast speed. The good thing, it's all legato, so at that fast speed, doing alternate picking can be fairly difficult. But this is all about the good vibes, the good legatos, effortless, all chill and relaxed. That's what Plini's all about, boys and girls. Just work on your legato. This is a really fantastic way to practice legato in the context of a Plini song that is fun to play. So please do that, work with the metronome. Start slow. Once you build up enough speed, confident, go up the metronome. Eventually you won't need it and you'll be playing it up to speed and having a blast. Okay, so that would be part 6, and we're simply going to be moving on to part 7 and 8. Just, completing the whole solo and eventually the whole song, so that we can move on to a new Plini song. I'm not sure which song yet. There's a lot of suggestions that I've had, but I'm thinking maybe Away. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section below which song you would really want me to cover of Plini. Deconstruct the song, do a guitar study on the whole song. And I'll see you guys then, and also next week, Sunday, on another guitar lesson study video.